Well, folks, George Santos has decided to take a page out of the Donald Trump playbook, and he is now threatening his own Republican Party that if they go against him and actually try to oust him from Congress after his new 23-count superseding indictment, he says that he will make them pay. Let me read you this threat from the politically incompetent George Santos. I look very much forward to seeing the anti-American attempt by weak rhinos to oust me without giving me my right to due process. Remember, if I'm in fact ousted, fascism will officially be well and alive in the United States of America, and these members will be the champions of it. I do want to remind my dear colleagues, who all but one have deep, long, troubling careers in politics, that I will have a lot of time on my hands to return the favor in the most expedient fashion mankind has ever seen. I'm done with the hypocrisy and the projection coming from the same individuals for the last 10 months. Political warfare does not scare me. I find my strength in God, and with Him in my life, all is possible. You sound like a supervillain that just got locked up in one of those prisons where there's no hope of escape from, like, oh, believe me, folks, I will have all the time in the world to think of my revenge. Like, that's what George Santos is doing right now. Like, if you kick me out, I shall sit at home every day and think of ways to ruin you, to destroy you, to come after you. When in reality, what's probably going to happen is that you're going to spend the next 15, 20 years behind bars, and you're really not going to take out your revenge on anybody in Congress, right? You kind of actually sound, to be honest with you, a little bit like Madison Cawthorn. Y'all remember that name, right? Haven't had to mention it in like a year, but Madison Cawthorn, of course, you know, the youngest member of Congress we had ever had up to that point, got in some trouble with his fellow Republicans, got in trouble with the law a little bit here and there, although nothing serious ever happened with it. But he also threatened to expose Republicans, and rather than doing that, of course, he just faded off into obscurity, and we no longer have to think about Madison Cawthorn. The same is going to happen with George Santos. Like, you're not going to escape these criminal charges. In fact, at this point, you and Bob Menendez, who also got hit, you know, Democrat in the Senate, got hit with a superseding indictment of his own last week. You guys are kind of in competition for who is going to be the most corrupt person currently serving in Washington, D.C. But I think Santos has Menendez beaten out just by a little bit due to the dastardly nature of what Santos is accused of doing. Now, I want everybody to think about this fact for a moment. We have a Democratic senator currently serving in the United States Senate that is under felony indictment. We currently have a Republican member of the House of Representatives that is under felony indictment. The frontrunner on the Republican side of the 2024 presidential race is under felony indictment. So the Senate has felony indictments. The House has felony indictments. The presidential race has felony indictments. Is this the kind of political system that you want here in the United States? Certainly in the one I want. And it's time for all of these people to be ousted. I don't care if it's the Democrat in the Senate. I don't care if it's the Republican in the House. You all need to go. And you also need to stop threatening these people, because I promise you, George, if you think that's going to have an effect on them, again, I encourage you to do a little research on Madison Cawthorn and see how that ended for him. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.